Boom. Hey guys, Tommy here. Wanted to share a lesson with you that I learned from the man himself, Grant Cardone, aka 10X rule. Take action, be relentless, be unreasonable. And here's the deal. This guy has affected my mindset in such an intense way in the last 12 weeks that I found out he was going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona. He was doing a keynote speech for a company in Northwestern Mutual's annual event right here in Scottsdale at the Phoenician at this amazing resort. And it was a pretty big deal. And I felt compelled to go see the guy, right? I wanted to go. My plan was to sneak into the keynote and also meet him. And that was my intention. So my plan was to sneak in and find a way to mimic what these insurance agents were wearing and acting so I could just blend in and get in there. Well, long story short, I moved out of here from Connecticut. I have no business clothes. So I show up to the Phoenician in fitness clothes. I'm talking compression, something like this, and everyone's wearing suits. So I had 2 or 3 kind of moments where I had to blend in to get into the actual ballroom area where the whole thing was happening. And I'm looking around and I see a lot of security and I'm doubting myself, and everyone's wearing these massive badges, right? These big badges. It says their name. It's got like a thing up top. I mean, it's obvious who's part of the convention and who's not. Everybody looks the same. And I'm like, shit, man, how am I going to get into this thing? So I make my first move to go into the ballroom. I've already gone through two kind of screenings to get where I was. And I make my first move, and I think I'm home free, and I'm going to open the door to the ballroom, and it's locked. And then a security guard comes up to me and says, hey, what are you doing? Can I see your badge? And I come up with something. I said, oh, I'm meeting someone right outside. I left it inside. I'll be right back. And then I kind of went around, regathered myself. Now at that moment, I was like, you know what, dude? You've already been caught. It's going to be impossible. I looked at the security guards. They were talking in their speakers. Of course, it wasn't about me, but this is what fear does to you, right? Fear, you use your imagination in ways that are going to hold you back. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, I'm not going to be able to do it. I came here. Oh, well, at least you tried. That was the story. At least you tried. And then guess what? While I'm doing this, I'm listening to 10X Rule audio, which is an amazing audio. And Cardone is saying, be unreasonable and create your own reality. Do not allow other people's realities to affect you. Another thing he was saying was that fear feeds off time. So the longer you put something off, the more fear you had. And I was experiencing this shit firsthand. Right? Because I'm standing outside of the ballroom, thinking the security guard caught me, trying to figure out how to go in, trying to figure out another way, and my fear was increasing at this point. Anyways, long story short, I ended up blending in with a couple insurance guys. I went towards a buffet that they had and then made my move as soon as the door opened, right past the security guards who seemed to be talking about football or whatever. I got in, I saw the rest of the keynote, I ended up meeting Cardone, and the whole thing was awesome. And the lesson that I want to share with you, it's not about meeting someone or putting someone on a pedestal. It's not what this is about. What this is about is creating your own reality, right? Because because there's a reality inside of that place that told me that the security guards were watching out for me, that what I was doing was unethical, that I shouldn't do it, that I was sneaking in, that this was a waste of time, that I shouldn't do all these things. But you can decide to create your own reality. So be unreasonable. If you want something, go get it. If you fail, I failed twice. I had 2 big tests that I had to pass to make it happen. If you fail at one of those tests, try again and see what happens. Guys, have a badass day. As always, resist average. See you soon.